Imagine you find yourself at your grandpa's old home, surrounded by forage, no, it's not forest because it's all fucked up.
It's called foliage.
Foliage. Steve has it for the first time. Look at that.
I thought you were about to fuck it up, and I was like, okay, let me go ahead and jump in here.
You forage in the forest, but you have foliage around you.
Okay.
So you're foraging through the foliage to get the things you need to forage
from the forest.
From the foliage in the forest.
It's a whole bunch of F words.
Whole bunch of
fucking
sounds foliage. Like a Fighting Couch Potato podcast.
It does, without the curse words. Just imagine you're in a deadbeat job in an unbearable city.
It's a dead end job.
Dead end job.
Deadbeat.
You know what a deadbeat job is? A window washer. That's a deadbeat job.
I would.
You go up in the basket and you're like, if I would just fucking jump, no one's gonna care.
Go to hell or be a window washer. Yeah, I'm gonna be fucking in hell.
Oh, and I don't mean a window washer like who washes the high rises. Those guys have cool jobs. I mean the ones who stop you in traffic with the little squeegee and the newspaper. That's what.
Give me $1. I didn't ask you to do it. I want the $1.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about the guys with the big squeegees and the high. No, that's cool and scary.
That's scary. That's all it is to me.
No, man, it's cool. You get to look in the building and see people fucking their secretaries and look down and see people throwing babies off the building. You know, you can see all kind of cool shit.
All right. What did you do?
Who could throw a baby farthest? Come on down.
Liquid Gold, you have been invited to The Price is Wrong.
Bitch. All right.
Okay. Imagine you find yourself with a brand new deed to a dilapidated Imagine you find yourself with the deed to your deceased grandfather's land.
Why you sound like you on a script? Ain't nothing in front of you but a microphone.
Dilapidated.
Like, bro, you sound like Biden up here reading right now. What are you doing?
You'll be like Mitch McConnell. It's like all the sooner. Imagine you find yourself in a dead-end job. You're probably at one right now. And then your granddad dies, and he wills you a piece of land in Stardew Valley.
He just wills it out of existence?
He just, hey, listen. Teresa got a new car. Your mom got the inheritance, but you get this dilapidated land that I left in Stardew Valley. That's the plot to the game we're talking about today, Stardew Valley. And welcome to the Fighting Couch Potatoes podcast. Today I am joined by Liquid Gold Steve.
It's a deadbeat job.
Kadawfi Crush.
You guys suck at dungeoning together.
And our guest today, the one who decided to make us play this game, which it was a great game. It was really fun, and I hope to play some more. It is our producer lady. Yes, it's Jess.
I don't kill steal.
I just like the little. I don't kill steal.
You'll steal the items though. You'll wait for someone to chop down a tree and steal the wood right from under them.
I'm just helping.
I'm just collecting.
But this is yes, it's Jess's first time to the microphone with us, guys. She's usually in here with us, laughing at us behind the scenes and you know trying to make moments for good edits. What's it like being at the microphone for your first time? Yes, it's Jess.
It's a little awkward and uncomfortable, but exciting at the same time.
Well, we're excited to have you today, and we're excited to talk some shit about Stardew Valley.
When was the first time you played Stardew Valley?
Yes, it's Jess.
The first time I played Stardew Valley was probably about 4 or 5 years ago. My mom played it. That's how I learned about it. I didn't know about the game. She was playing it. I was like, "What's that?"
Your mom's a pretty good gamer at that. Like, she gets down on like shit like Zelda, and she plays
Oh yeah,
was it Final Fantasy 11 that she's all into.
yeah, yeah. She likes what's that one? Horizon something?
Oh,
Horizon
Zero
Zero
Dawn?
Dawn. Yeah.
Surprised. Like I hear more and more stories about your mom being a gamer, and I'm just surprised because meeting. I've only met her like a handful of times, and she doesn't seem like the gaming type. But if she gets down, then she gets down.
She's the one who's doing backflips in Dark Souls in the library.
Oh,
That's what it was.
Oh, I bet. She's invading worlds and killing people's.
Oh man, but yeah. So you were real excited to talk about Stardew Valley, and we went ahead and we played a whole year all the way through because what is it? Every 28 days, not 30 days. It's 28 days, and it's 4 months as a year, which is really weird in Stardew Valley. But it's like that every year. Like it's one of those. Like I went into it thinking, oh, it's almost like Minecraft. Like I avoided it for a long time, only because it was that like crafting, looter, stuff like that, exploring, mining, all that. But it's a lot deeper than I thought it was, and it's not quote unquote as big as like Minecraft is or Terraria or something like that, because you have like an infinite space that you can go out into in Minecraft. But with Stardew Valley, it's literally your farm, the valley with all the people's shops and all their work, like all their schedules, they're doing something all day. And then like you can expand it by collecting and foraging and finding more stuff to expand the map. Like what was it? There's the quarry after a while after you do the mines. I think there's a desert place that you can't access almost immediately. Like what's some more stuff that you can see?
Oh, there's a Ginger Island, so there's this whole like paradise type area that has its own set of mines that's like in a volcano.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's got some really good fishing there too.
Good fishing, yep.
Fishing in a volcano.
You're fishing in a volcano? Holy shit.
Get lava fish.
You'd be surprised.
And that's Willie's friend. That's the old friend. You need that.
There's another part of the map that I have yet to access. There's a blocked pathway above the railroad.
Mm-hmm.
You have to reach game perfection to unlock that part of the map. So I don't know what's over there.
You have to achieve perfection. How does one achieve perfection?
So you have to go to Ginger Island in QI's Walnut Room and talk to him, and he has a list of
Challenges.
Yeah, challenges and statuses that you have to reach in order to unlock perfection.
Perfection. Perfection is a strong word, especially for something like Stardew Valley.
It
Yeah,
can be achieved.
It
So-
can be.
My longest game so far, I'm on Winter of Year 6, and I'm trying to reach perfection. I mean, I just started trying to. So I'm working on a task right now. Just for example, I have 30 days to deliver 4 prismatic shards to QI.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, if you already have prismatic shards, you can just bring those.
Mm-hmm.
But if not, you have to go find them. They're very rare. So
it's almost like the community board. Like everyone comes up and like there's the woodworker in town, Robin. She requests 200 logs of hardwood. Or there's Willie who wants you to clean up the trash around Stardew Valley, so you have to go collect trash, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty similar to that, except QI, he has like his challenges. If you're not in the mood to be challenged, they suck because they're a little difficult.
Yeah.
He wants you to get down into the Calico Desert and wants you to get down to the bottom floor of the mines and then come see him and then go do this and then go do this and then he shows up in Ginger Island and you're like, fuck, I gotta go find all this shit now.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if you're just focused on that, that'll probably drive you crazy. But because of all the new shit that you haven't seen yet, you'd be like really impressed. Like, damn, this game is that deep.
Yeah, there's more that meets the eye as soon as you start.
Right.
So playing this the first time, who is QI?
Good question.
Like, is he accessible in the regular town, or do you have to find him somewhere else?
He's the man in the hat, and he shows up when he shows up.
Honestly, that's it. Like you got to play a certain amount of time, and he shows up.
Yeah, he's not going to be there right away. I believe you have to unlock you have to get that magnifying glass. You know where you find the shadow guy behind the bush?
Right.
You get the magnifying glass and you can read secret notes. And at some point you get a secret note that says, hey, QI wants you to put a battery pack in the tunnel.
In the tunnel, there's like a little chute in the tunnel or something that he wants you to put it in.
Okay.
And that kind of launches QI's missions. You don't actually meet him until you get to Ginger Island, though.
Oh,
Okay.
So his actual base is kind of Ginger Island, but you get quests from him once you get a certain length in the game.
Yeah.
Because, yes, I got the magnifying glass. I was just wondering because I've never heard of QI, and I met everyone in town except the wizard until the wizard's like, hey, man, come to my place. I'll show you some shit.
Yeah, because you had to go to the community center and then like seek ghosts for him to finally talk to you for real.
The Junimos.
But that's what was really cool about Stardew Valley. Like you don't see in a lot of games like this is like the town has a lot of shit going on behind the scenes, right? Because like when you first come in and you meet Pierre, who's the general store manager or the general store owner, and like he's like, hey, come on down here and don't go to Joja Mart. Fuck them motherfuckers over all that shit. And it's like, then you find out he has a daughter named Abigail, and then like she does her own thing. She goes and frolics out in the field sometimes, or she eats rocks apparently,
Or plays her flute in the rain.
and plays her flute in the rain. Like I'm not shitting you, she eats rocks. And then like they have Pam, the town drunk, who's apparently the bus driver, and I don't know who the fuck decided to give Pam, the town drunk, the objective of driving people around on a fucking bus. Now, whoever did that, probably Mayor Lewis, and Mayor Lewis is fucking Marnie, because Mayor Lewis's fucking underwear was in Marty's place. Like, there's a lot of shit going on once you, like, pull back the cover a little bit.
Hold on,
You
man.
know?
Hold on. I'm not gonna let you just do Pam like that.
Pam is the town, like,
Pam is not the town drunk. She's the town alcohol connoisseur.
Listen,
Now, the town drunk
It's Shane.
The town drunk is Shane.
Uh-huh.
But
Oh, yeah.
Pam don't start drinking until 5 p.m. every day.
Fuck that.
Pam
hell
does
no.
not drink a lick of nothing
Oh, yeah.
until 5 p.m., especially when you open up the bus.
Uh-huh.
And Pam is at the bus stop at 9 a.m. At 9 a.m., Pam is at the bus stop, and she'll sit right there and wait right by that bus all day. If you don't take the bus, she'll sit there until 5. She clocks off at 5, and she's at the bar at 6. And then she leaves the bar from 6 to midnight. This is Pam's routine every day.
Every day.
And she gets fucked up at night and takes that shit home.
So if you're walking through the town and you happen to pass Shane while it's raining
Mhm.
and you go talk to him, he'll go, this weather makes me thirsty.
Oh my God.
He's
No,
the town drunk.
Fuck that. No, because Pam, every time Pam like showed up on because outside Pierre's store, there's the calendar and then there's like the mission of the day, right? It's like Pam needs this. Haley needs a fucking eggplant for some reason. This person down the road wants 15 fish. Pam's was always, hey, bring Pam some pale ale. Hey, can you grab a beer for Pam? Hey, Pam really likes this wine. And it's like every single time, and like, fuck that connoisseur shit. She was always, every time she was at a party, which I'll get to, the fucking parties and the holidays, that bitch was at the table with a fucking mug every time.
Right.
And it's like everyone at the party was always like, fuck, Pam's fucking drinking again. Like I knew she was going to be at the table.
She's a functioning alcoholic.
Fuck that. Shane is a functioning alcoholic. And you know
No,
what?
he
I
is
don't
not.
know what Shane
he's
does.
not.
What is Shane's job?
He
You
works
should know.
at Joja Mart.
He works at Jojo. Of course he drinks. I would too if I worked for them motherfuckers.
He works at so Pam, Willie, Clint, Leah, what's his name? Vincent? Not Vincent, dude, the long Elliot.
Elliot. I thought Elliot was a woman the first time I saw him.
The mayor, Marnie, they're always at the bar. This is your usual bar crowd. These folk,
But it's like a social thing. It's
Like-
not like a
like- Pam drank. Yeah, Pam liked to drink. And like you said, she likes things like pale ale or this kind of wine. You don't just get pale ale. You have to make the shit like for Pam. She don't just drink regular gross ass beer. Pam likes good shit. She likes to put her pinky up when she drank bad.
When she pulls the flask out of her pocket while she's driving down the road.
It's-
I'm working overtime. I'm
Pam
drinking
don't
on
do
the
that.
job.
Pam don't do that.
until you just pass her a beer, then she's still gonna drink it.
And usually when she has her quests up there, if you ever notice when Pam wants a specific type of alcohol, you get those quests on Fridays or Saturdays.
Mm-mm.
You don't get those quests on Monday and Tuesday.
Like Shane.
Wednesday at 9 a.m.
You don't get. I mean, you don't get those. You know, Pam picks a good time. I got a friend like that. He drank his fucking face off after noon. After 12, that motherfucker is no good to nobody.
I wonder who this friend is. Anyway, yeah, and what I was saying earlier, to kind of segue, was they have the parties, the holidays. Like, there was a couple of things that really stood out to me in these games, like whether it be the friendship meters with people, like you can get married and stuff like that, but you have to work for it. You have to give them gifts that they like. You can't just hand them trash, because if you hand them trash, they will ignore you. Found out that the hard way. And
Here's some garbage.
they have certain like festivals throughout the year. Like the very first one is the flower dance that you get to. Like if you're starting straight out, the first one you will hit is the flower dance. And I was told to go fuck myself by every single person there. I was going to ask one of my teammates, but they all told me to go fuck myself too. And Steve apparently started his own playthrough and was like, I got every girl on me. I play and I got everyone.
You just jumped to two different things, but yeah, the flower dance on my second playthrough because
you knew what you were doing.
I'm not going to say my PlayStation 4 controllers didn't stop working, but my PlayStation 4 controller stopped working. Yeah, I played on Xbox and it had no problem. And I hit the grindstone really hard, and yeah, I got 4 hearts and got the flower dance with Maru. That's my girl.
Well, what we initially did is we were playing a playthrough all on the same farm. We were all just kind of. Which farm did we pick? Was it the 4-man farm?
It's not the hilltop.
It was
I don't
not-
think it was the
it's
4-man.
No, it was the
Four
Four Corners.
Was it?
I
It
thought
was
it
not
was.
the Four Corner. We were going to, but we did something else. I think it was the hilltop.
Was it the river?
It wasn't the river because
No.
we
I
picked.
think it was the 4 corners because we had 4 separate corners.
Because we had
of
the
stuff.
quarry, our
I
own
didn't-
quarry.
I had a quarry. You had
And-
like forest and shit. Matt had water near him with the river that split everybody down the river.
I think it was the Four Corners.
Maybe.
Well, if it was 4 corners, it would have been 4 corners. Not as soon as you go down the steps, I'm beside
Well, it's
Jesse's
not
house.
exact. It's not exact. It's just called that.
It's 3.5.
All right, let's do semantics and someone load up Stardew Valley and look at the 4 corners. And if there's 4 buildings in a corner of the fields,
Let's do semantics.
Was that proper grammar?
Let's do.
This week on Is That
I
Proper
like-
Grammar?
I love when you tell us off. I know what you're trying to say.
because like I don't because I remember we took a vote and we didn't say the 4 corners, but we did pick the hilltop one because it was more for mining.
Because I wanted to do the beach.
And you guys like the beach so much that you didn't pick the beach.
Jesse likes the beach.
Oh,
The
Yeah.
beach is my favorite because it's so spacious.
I don't think we picked the standard one, but I think we picked either the I know it's not the river one.
I mean, it's really not.
It
that
might have been the
important.
river
It's really
one.
not that important as to which one we picked. They're just trying to state out that we played on the same map together for an extended period of time until Liquid Gold's controllers died on them.
Bob Ross went home.
I made Bob Ross.
This was, I think, maybe my 5th world in Minecraft in Stardew Valley,
Mhm.
and the furthest I've gotten is like a 5-year playthrough playing with Yes It's Jess. When she has her 6-year playthrough, she was already a year in by the time I decided to join.
Another person showed up to her farm.
That's pretty much what happened. Like this is how she figured out how to do the online and stuff too, because she was, how we figured it all out. This being y'all two's first time, I know Matt's already kind of gone over some of the things he didn't expect out of the game, but looking at the graphics of the game and just kind of the idea of what you're getting into that first day or two that we played, what were y'all, what was y'all experience like?
Well, if I'm going off of like things I've played before, like I said, I've played a lot of Minecraft, even though I'm banned. You heard it here first. I'm banned from Minecraft, but that'll be a later episode. Terraria, a couple other things like I've watched a little bit of Animal Crossing, which Stardew Valley reminded me of Animal Crossing a lot. Um, but it was really cool to see that it wasn't like Minecraft. Like you weren't staying up all night trying to mine or plant your farm, sitting there watering it. Like you weren't Superman out here like going all night because you have first off I didn't know is you have an energy bar, right? And when you first begin, your character is weak as fuck. Like he can only handle the watering can maybe like 2 hours, and then you're gonna have to take a nap, which I thought was really cool because it makes it so because it's with the day system, right? It makes it so that you're not sitting there for a week on end, just going. It's like you have to plan out your day. Like my character, out of all four of us, was the farmer, right? Because I planted wheat, I planted fruits and vegetables that come back, which they have different plants that regrow. Like if it's a bush, like peppers, they come back after a few days. Or you have like I said, wheat, which grows in 4 days, and then you take a sickle out there and just take everything up and then sell it. Which you'd make a lot of money, but you wouldn't have the constant stream of money because you were waiting on everything. And that was, so you had to plan out your money. You had to plan out your day to make sure you didn't, like I couldn't go and water my whole field, go fishing, and then go to the mines. It's like I have to water my field, fish, or mine, or forage, or, forget about my field for a day. But if I forget about my field, my plants are going to die, right? Which I was like, it was, when I first played it, the look of everything was like, it's very simple. But then once you get past the graphics part about it, because they weren't worried about graphics, they were worried about making a good game. It was like, oh yeah, it looks like a Super Nintendo game, but we have so much shit going on here. Like I said, we have the day, the calendar. You have the some days it's going to rain, so you can plan to do like those. When it rained was a godsend for me because it's like, thank God I don't have to sit there and water this whole fucking field, right? Because I had a lot of shit on my thing. Like it got to the point where I had to go on to Steven's land because he had left Stardew Valley because it was too hot.
I have a solution for you,
Mm-hmm.
and it's in your crafting table.
Mm-hmm.
It's called a sprinkler.
But that wasn't enough. I had so much shit, man. Like
you couldn't have made like 16 sprinklers.
Okay, so hear me out on my idea about this, right? Because if I say I have 32 tiles to work with, right? And out of those 32 tiles, I have 6 sprinklers. Those are 6 tiles that I can't plant on. So I could just sit there and water them and get those extra 6 tiles instead of making sprinklers. You feel me? You get me? And then I could just upgrade my watering can.
Then waste half your day watering stuff and and then have a whole bunch of food Then if you feel like you can't use a sprinkler, then have a bunch of food. And you can still fish and mine.
Mm-hmm. I think my the funniest thing that happened to me with the sprinklers was when I had Jess make me a sprinkler. I can't remember what I traded you for it, but I was like, hey, if I give you this, will you make me a sprinkler? Oh, no problem. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be great. Finally, I could worry about the rest of my field. And then the next day, because it's the most simpler sprinkler you got, it's like 4 around that one tile. And I'm like, well, that shit doesn't fucking work. I guess I'm just gonna go back to manual labor on this shit.
Well, Jess has probably asked for something outlandish and gave you a little sprinkler.
I can't remember what I gave you.
You just gave her the material to make the sprinkler because she had the recipe and you didn't.
Oh yeah, and that's
all that really was.
But tell my first hand experience of this, making Bob Ross. He can't be a painter in this damn game, which sucks. It would have been great
That is perfect.
I would have fished half the day and then painted half the day.
Bob Ross was tearing it up on the lake.
There's a lot of things in this game, like how MattMatt was talking about the days and rainy days and how calendars work. There's birthdays, there's holidays. Some people that you really like how the friendship system works. There's like what 23 NPCs in this game.
Plus.
There's a lot.
Plus whatever.
Plus.
I only met like maybe 22 people, 23 people in the first year, because as soon as the second year start, you get to meet Kadawfi's favorite person in the world. He looks like Sam.
Kent. Fucking Kent.
He's an asshole.
No, he's not. Kent's
Like
cool as shit.
how he introduced me, I was like, wow, you're an asshole. But like what I wanted to do was what Kadawfi does all the time. I just wanted to fish. I just wanted to just get my fishing rod and go fishing. I literally had maybe like 6 rows of, not even 6 rows, like 3 rows of whatever was in season or whatever my character that I liked that I wanted to give fruit or vegetables to. I would do that and then fish the rest of the day. I had to worry about nothing. And I like how the fishing works in the game. I like how that every single anything that you have, you can preserve. Like it never goes bad. You could have fish that you caught in springtime. You can
that shit's still good.
You can sell it in the winter, and it doesn't matter.
Never loses quality.
Never loses quality, and there's like a quality system from like bronze to like I would say platinum, because there was bronze, gold, or there was normal, silver, gold, and then like the purple star, which is like the best of the best.
Iridium.
I wouldn't call it iridium. I'm just going to call it the best. I'm just going to call it the S rank.
Purple rank.
Purple rank. I really like the graphics. Yes, how MattMatt said it was like a Super Nintendo game. The graphics was really well done. I like the overhead shot, even though sometimes it felt real small to me. The overhead shot gave you a real basis of where you were, and you couldn't really get lost in the game. The limited area you kind of get, I hope in like year 2, 3, 4, you get like a bigger area to go to, because sometimes you feel like you're in a box after a while. Yeah, I made Bob Ross. Kadawfi.
Bitch on Bob Ross.
Bitch on Bob Ross.
So, yes, it's Jess. We know that you don't actually game a whole lot. Like in the time frame that we've known you, there's probably been 2 games that you primarily like really got into. One of them was Sims 4, and the other one is Stardew Valley. These 2 games are wildly different. And I'm curious, what was it exactly that got you into Stardew Valley? Like how did this work out for you? What are some of the mechanics, some of the things about the game that you like?
So some of my favorite parts of Stardew Valley, I mean, I'm real big on relaxing games. I don't like games that make me feel stressed out or rushed to do anything. Stardew Valley is very relaxing.
Like an easy summer breeze or something? Like
It makes me think of Minecraft, and it makes me think of The Sims 4, which are 2 games that I do love very much. And the way in Minecraft you have to collect your own ingredients to make things, the same goes for Stardew Valley. For a lot of, like, you have crafting recipes, you know?
Which was cool like when you're talking about Minecraft, is like you make a crafting table or anything like that where you can actually build stuff. Everything is available to you immediately, right? As long as you have the ingredients. Stardew Valley is different, where maybe like let's one example is like my character could make bee houses, right? Like beehives.
Yeah.
But your character could make the stuff you put wine in. I can't remember what it's called.
The kegs.
The keg. Or no, I can make the kegs, but like you can make sprinklers and like better quality
Yeah,
stuff.
you unlock different recipes based on what skill level you're at.
Right, which was
for
really
different
cool
skills.
because it felt like the way like I know we keep going back to Minecraft. The way Minecraft works is like if you haven't played before, you don't know what you're doing, right? But if you play for a while, then start a new world, you're gonna skyrocket almost immediately. Like you're gonna go find diamond, you're gonna do this, that, and third, and get your shit going. The thing with Stardew Valley is the game not forces you, but makes it so you're not coming in immediately and then making bank. You have to sit there and upgrade your fishing. You have to upgrade your farming. Like I really enjoyed that.
I have 2 questions for Yes, Jess. All right. First question. When I first like popped this game on, I thought it was a kid's game. I really thought this was a kid's game. And you see kids nowadays, they play a lot of Minecraft, and it's like 7 through 8, or like 7, 8-year-olds. Do you believe Stardew Valley do you believe it's a kid game, or do you believe you have to be a little bit older for this game?
I think you should be a little bit older. I mean, maybe older kids and up.
Like 12-year-olds or something, more to grasp the concept of what they're doing in that.
Yeah,
world?
I mean, I think it can be, in some ways, it is a little bit advanced versus Minecraft, the way it's got like the creative mode. A lot of young kids prefer to play the creative mode on Minecraft.
Yeah.
I've never cared for it personally. But Stardew Valley has kind of almost like a storyline to it. So, like, there's a little bit more structure.
Yeah. Here's what
Which that structure goes. That structure does go hand in hand.
Sorry, that was a weird question.
Did I answer it right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
The structure kind of does go, hand in hand with the calendar system, like I was saying. Like every day, something. Yeah. Certain things happen on certain days. With like you were saying, storylines and whatnot, like relationships. Because Steve was talking about earlier how his person he was going after was Maru, and what's the name of Maru's father, Steve? How do you say that?
It's Demetrius.
No.
That's what his name is.
Yeah, it's what it is. What did you call him?
Demetrius.
No. I will fucking find some AI to fucking get your voice and put it on there. What the fuck did you call him?
I'll tell it after the second question. When you guys played with us, this is for both of you, Kadawfi and Yes, it's Jess. When you guys played with us, did you have a different play style? Like, I never really watched you, Jess.
Jesse the Wizard.
Jesse
the Wizard.
The egg finder.
I would see Kadawfi kind of cutting more trees down and everything, and he said he would talk a lot about what he used to do in certain playthroughs, like he'd be a fisherman. Did you ever play the game different with us in the world, or were you doing the same thing that always worked for you?
I pretty much do the same thing that always works for me, just because I know it works. I mean, when I first started playing Stardew Valley, I didn't fish. I didn't like to. I wasn't good at it.
It's infuriating.
And so I just didn't do it. But I practiced it more in other save files, and over time I've gotten better at it. And it's a really good way to earn money.
The thing that made me mad the most about y'all fishing was I was having so much trouble with it at the beginning, and Steve was a fisherman, and I expected it out of him, but I would see Jesse. I'm struggling with the whole name. I would see Jesse at the fucking beach. I go to the pier and throw a line out, and I'd be struggling on one fish. I'd be fighting this motherfucker for 5 minutes. And then here comes this fucking, you'll probably see it on the video, the blue hair girl would run up with her fucking fishing pole, throw in, boom, pull a fish out, throw back in, and I'm still on the first fish while she has 10 in her bucket. Like, that pissed me off so bad. Sometimes I had to just fucking unplug my mic because I was so fucking mad. I'm dead serious.
Why I asked that question was, like, when I play a new game, and I played the game before, I try to find just like something just a little different. to do? Because I know, like, do you like a uniform kind of thing when you play a game? Like, do you have a uniform style of something?
I would say I do lean towards a uniform style a lot of times. Sometimes I try to like do something a little bit different, but I would still generally follow the same kind of
You know it's going to work, and you
yeah,
always want to have like that.
yeah.
I understand that. I don't know. I just feel like I would like to branch off, just like have the uniform and then branch off and see, like,
Like
Challenge yourself on it,
So
basically.
see, that's what I do when I play through Stardew Valley. I like to, like, I have a playthrough right now where I'm only focusing on combat. Like, how much money can I achieve off combat by the time I get to level 10? You know,
pure adventurer.
what type of weapons can I uncover? Because there is grinding involved when you're looking for particular items in the game. There's several different types of weapons, melee weapons, and then there's a bunch of different slingshots for your ranged weapons. And then with those slingshots, you can put not just rocks in them, but you can put bombs in them and blow some shit up for real.
I've seen some of those.
With the weapons, I like hammer style weapons, like clubs. And there's several different types of clubs and big hammers in the game. The swords are really cool. You can find daggers, you can find long swords, you can find a katana, you can find a flame katana, and then even there, you can take one of your weapons and upgrade it to like a purple maxed out "fuck you, I'm killing everything" weapon. And then from there, once you uncover things like Ginger Island, you can like add stats to the weapon, so they do stat damage on top of that, or give you extra stat increases like extra speed or extra critical or stuff like that. When it comes through to playing different ways, I like to always try to find a new friend. Like, I'm never friends with the same people in each playthrough. I'm never dating the same girl in each playthrough because each person has different recipes. And then further onto that, because you make new friends besides just your girlfriend or your wife or whatever, or your husband or whatever it is you pick, when you make other friends, you have different types of cutscenes and shit involved in your little group of friends. So, like, if you become friends with, say, Vincent and then Linus at the same time, there might be a cutscene somewhere between Vincent and Linus. I actually had one with Emily and Clint. There was and what's the boy's name? Shane, Emily, and Clint. And I don't know if it was because I'm friends with them, or because I was friends with one of them, or because I was friends with two of them, or all three. I'm not really sure still. But it was a cutscene that I got between the three of them where they were taking pictures and shit together. It was really cool. Like, I don't even know what triggered it, to be honest with you. And that's why I like to play it differently each time I play. I like to forage and use the recipes for foraging to try to help me survive instead of purchasing things. Which, it's one of those things that I really like seeing with the four of us playing, because each of us had a different way of going through the game. Like, I was a bum for the first month of Stardew Valley. Like, the first spring, I was an absolute fucking bum. I couldn't buy shit because I was foraging everything.
Including trash cans.
Jesse was over here stacking up the paper. Like, stacking up the paper. like, I think it was like day 2, and it was like, Jess has earned $10 million already. It was like, God damn. But then watching Matthew, because he was stuck to his farm so often, he didn't really get to venture out as much as everybody else did. So Matthew, instead of being able to craft everything like he needed, sometimes he had to make trades, or sometimes he'd have to use the amount of money he gained from farming to go purchase material so he could build. And I thought that was interesting. Like, okay, there's another way of looking at it. And with you really just fished. You did what I did my first time playing. It was like, I found an activity that I really like, and I'm going to stick to it.
Hey, I still explore. I still talk to people.
Yeah, you stuck to one activity, which I thought was, again, interesting, because, like, that was me too. It was my safe place. Jesse couldn't fish, but I could. Fuck you. I'm getting everything. I want all the fish.
And I wasn't like disrespecting your way of playing a game. Because how Kadawfi was saying, you were just hard in the paint, making all the money in the world. Like, it was funny seeing like because at the end of the day, it would always come up who's got the most money, and it would like every money goal would be Jesse would get it first.
Yes.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
who would get the first 5,000, and then
The
it'd be like
potato
who
farm
got the
has
first
reached
10,000.
300,000. And it's like, well,
I
Matt
got
made
$10.
50.
I did have somewhat of an advantage over you guys, just purely because I've played it more.
Yeah.
So I kind of already knew a lot going in, versus you guys are like discovering things, and
I don't know how you made more money. Every day I would see her leave her cabin. Like she didn't have to worry about the plants.
Yeah.
Grab a
right?
few things out of her her little chest that she has and then go fishing on right beside Jojo Mart. That's all I saw her do.
What you didn't see
Is all the money she was making.
all the sales and shit she was making, all the extra shit she was doing. Jesse was like a wizard for real in that playthrough.
I love doing artisan stuff. I like getting into like the cooking recipes and things like that. I made sure I always watch the cooking channel when it's available.
Sitting there watching the Food Network in the morning.
Yeah, right.
The Queen of Sauce, yeah.
Queen of Sauce.
Hey, those small details are really nice. I like the weather report.
That was really cool.
I like the Queen of Sauce and the living on the land. I like that too.
That's the jam.
And but what was the good fortune? The good fortune.
No, the
Fortune teller.
your Zodiac.
Fortune
Your
teller.
Zodiac bullshit every day. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like those little details because like it would show like you had a shit day is because you had bad luck.
Yeah. And like on top of that, with the small details, you could always jump to the library. And the library actually gives you tutorial and gameplay details.
Oh yeah. Like
but
little pieces of lore.
you gotta just check it out. Like, and it'll lead you to certain places, and then once you start getting the secret notes, there are secret treasures hidden around that have been there the whole fucking time. You didn't need to have the secret note to go to go discover some of those things. Once you know it's there, you can just go get it, and then suddenly you have all kinds of money in your pocket.
Like Robin's axe. The thing I found.
Well, that's going to be there regardless.
Yeah, I know that
shows up.
was the funniest shit with me was because like in story wise, this is how that went, right? With y'all found Robin's axe the same fucking day or whatever it was,
No,
right?
I didn't.
With Johnny, he got the letter, tossed it, forgot about it, and then was out foraging like, oh shit, look, a new axe. You found Robin's lost axe. It's been missing for like 3 seasons.
Yeah, she
And
bought a new axe.
It's like she been bought a new one, right? And I walk in and during the middle of winter, I'm broke, and I'm just like, I found your axe. It's like, thanks. I don't need it anymore. It's rusted out and kind of covered in mold, but thanks.
Yeah, I found she gave us the quest in spring, and I was on my last like couple days of winter, and I was just exploring, and I was like, "There's an axe right
Oh
there."
shit, there's an axe. Who's? Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right.
Like through this playthrough, I made sure to not unlock too much stuff because we're on the same map. There's certain things that we can unlock, like the secret woods. I made sure that when I unlocked the secret woods, I didn't tell y'all about the secret woods. And there were times where I'd be coming out of the secret woods and watching y'all walk past it and going, damn, if they only knew. Be on my horse and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never got to do the horses, but now I know what to do. Like you have to actually get a coop or a barn and
A horse coop.
No,
Right.
you just buy a horse stable.
and then talk to the farming lady, Martin.
Robin. Robin does the horse stable.
Yeah, Robin
Well,
does the
she
whole...
builds it, but I'm talking about
He's talking about getting the
No,
animals.
no.
It comes with a horse.
It
Yeah.
comes with a horse.
It comes
She
all
builds.
over the
She
horse.
builds the
Oh, wow.
horse.
She builds-
She builds the horse.
Got to get shoed somehow.
I thought it was like you get the building and then you go to old lady's house and get the farm animals.
I do have a couple of questions for Jesse. Now, like how we were talking about earlier, we have the holidays and we have the relationships. Now, my first question is, what is your favorite holiday? Now, the whole thing, like whether it be the night market, the one with the jellyfish was awesome, and the flower dance, shit like that.
My favorite has to be the night market. I like it because it lasts multiple
Right.
days, but also because of the rare things you can get from it.
Because it changes every day.
One thing you can only access with a secret note with the mermaid. If you get a secret note, remember the magnifying glass we talked about earlier?
I
Right.
found it and didn't understand.
So it gives you a code, basically. And you punch in that code with the mermaid after she does her little show. And she gives you a pearl.
Wow. I should have.
You can
That
only
pearl's
get
worth
one.
something.
You
one
can't
per
like
year or like one for
one.
good?
for good.
Oh, I like left halfway through her song because like it was. I walked in, she started singing, and I'm like, "Oh, this is really cool!" And then the whole screen filled up with colors and her, and I like backed out of the room real slow because I was like, "I'm gonna wake up naked on the beach if I don't leave right now." Like I was scared because I was like, "Man, I like this is me coming off of getting robbed in the mines like 2 days prior, and I do mean robbed because like I was saying with the energy thing, when you pass out due to exhaustion, like." Someone will find you, whether it be the homeless guy, the Jojo Mart, whoever, they'll bring you back to your farm. But if you like get killed, quote unquote killed in the mines, they rob your ass. Like I lost 3 diamonds and a hell of a sword off that shit, and I went to the Adventurers Guild and was like, "Can I have my sword back, please? Can y'all go fight it for me?"
Well, the thing that sucks about losing your items when you pass out like that is, and you get robbed, you can go back to the Adventurers Guild and get one thing back.
Mm-hmm.
If you lose multiple items, you can only get one thing back. I didn't know that the first time I went and got something back. I thought I was going to get everything back, and so I picked like my copper. I was so mad.
We went back to the Adventurers Guild. Son of a bitch! They got all your other shit behind the counter. It's like, you chose the wrong thing, lady. We're gonna sell this shit. No, but like, so it's a night market. I'm gonna proceed to ask y'all the same question. What was y'all's favorite festival?
Well, because primarily in Stardew Valley, I am a fisher.
Oh God, I know what he's gonna say.
I decided not to fish in this playthrough because it wouldn't be fair to everyone else. Like I was going to, it would have been me. Fucking $10 million first. The shit would have been me.
Mm-hmm.
I love the night market, and I also love the winter festival where you get to have the fishing competition. Because Pam and Willie talk that shit.
That shit was outrageous.
Shit. Now, in this particular playthrough, because I didn't have any fishing skill, I had literal goose egg fishing skill because I didn't fish nothing the whole game.
You was saving up.
We got to the local fishing tournament against, Willie and against Pam and, Jesse and fucking Matt talked that shit. They thought they was going to beat the old shitty fishermen. And I mopped their asses with no skill, with the basic pole, no bait. And what was that? Gets like 11 fish when y'all caught like 6 and 5 or some shit like that?
9. No. Like 8.
Because I caught an ass.
I think everyone gets the same pole for.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you all
it's
get the
bamboo.
same shitty pole, the same
Okay,
little
yeah.
bamboo pole. So, like, if Superman didn't have his Superman powers, could he beat Batman?
No.
Right. So y'all didn't have your Superman powers, and you couldn't fuck with Batman over here.
Well, because you mentioned that your favorite is the night market, but you do also like the ice competition or whatever, the fishing competition. My favorite is the night market. I also really like the Easter egg hunt.
Oh, you would.
Yeah, because you win every
That
time.
shit was
I
fun.
lost the first one I ever played, and I think I've won every one since then.
Oh yeah.
You said never again.
Your characters always have the straw hat. Like if you're watching a Yes Is Just playthrough, that character's gonna have the straw hat in that first season.
At least the
Guaranteed.
first season. Yeah.
That shit was fucking ridiculous because we go into it. This was when before Steve left the valley because it was too hot. We were like, we had gotten to the day and Kadawfi's just like, just so y'all know, y'all ain't gonna win, right? And I was like, oh, you're talking bullshit. He's like, no, Jesse's gonna win. And he's like, and I'll tell you why, because Jesse cheats. And I'm like, there's no way. It's like I'd be random. And like it starts, and you got to go around the town center finding eggs. And it was like I'd walk around and like bump an NPC out of the way. I got 1 or 2, and it was boop, 1, boop, 2. And I looked down at the scoreboard, and Jesse's like, 13, 14. It's like, Jesse, stop. I just found the 3rd one. Goddamn.
Just to reiterate, if I was there at the ice fishing competition,
You'd have got smashed.
yeah, okay, okay,
You'd have got smashed like everybody else.
old Gene Northwind would have whooped that ass.
Jesse's a better fisherman than you, tenfold. Like,
Okay.
not even trying to pick on you. Jesse's a fucking savage. But don't let her play that little cutesy fucking, I don't really like the fish. Yeah. Yeah. Jesse will catch a fucking, what are sturgeons? Jesse will catch a sturgeon with one hand on the controller. Like, and then I'm that much better than Jesse.
Okay.
You ain't fucking with me.
Steve walking to the festival like Quint from Jaws, catching shot.
Favorite holiday or festivity, because like my favorite festivity was the like the fair, with
Yeah.
all the strongman competition, and the like you got to do fishing, you got to throw a dart, guess
Spin the wheel.
It wasn't guess your weight, it was like guess the color that was gonna pop up.
Yep.
I like that one
Roulette.
too. There was like a little, like you could put your best whatever, artisan goods, vegetables,
The display.
the display,
Oh my god.
fish, and if you're lucky, I found this out after I played my first gear. I found this out from some YouTuber. You can put Mayor Lewis's
Underwear?
lucky underwear.
Right up on display for God and everybody.
I just imagine.
Wait, does that mean you had to take it back after?
Yeah.
Like, you keep it. Like, once you get it from Marnie.
No,
you
I mean
keep
that means like in that world, Mayor Lewis keeps walking by his pants like he don't know those are his. And it's like, whose pants are these? And then he tries to get them,
No.
and you just walk up and
There's the
knock.
only one with purple shorts on.
No, he knows. Like, there's a meme I've seen. It was just like a man just staring at him like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? I can just see Mayor Lewis's face of just like 5 things: horror, like laughter, sadness,
There is no laughter
angst.
in this. He's like,
and then
found
revenge.
them.
And then revenge. He's like, I'm gonna get you back. Watch out, I'm gonna get you back.
Go raise the taxes on your land.
But yeah, like all those little things you got to do in that small fair was awesome. Was really cool. And I think that's like in, I wouldn't say the summertime, isn't it like before the
It's
fall?
fall.
Is it the fall festival?
I do believe it's fall.
I don't, because the fall festival is the one where it's like Halloween.
Yeah.
Where you got the maze and all that stuff, and the big scary spider.
It might be summertime. It might be summertime.
That might be like the end of summer situation, I think.
So my favorite festival had to have been, like, honestly, between the Halloween one, that was really cool. I thoroughly enjoyed the last day of summer with the jellyfish, right? Because it was like, oh yeah, we got the moon. What was it? The
Moonlight jellies.
The moonlight jellies. And I'm like, oh, it's going to be some type of luau or something, right? And you show up, and it's all dark outside, and you got everyone, like, buy torches and shit like that. You know, you go talk to your the lady friend that you're messing with at the time or whatever, see how they're doing. And then it starts, and then, like, a bunch of jellyfish pop up, and it starts glowing. And I was like, that is actually, like...
That's one of the most beautiful moments in the entire game.
I can
in my
appreciate...
opinion.
Like, people nowadays look at games for 3 things, right? They look at gameplay, they look at how popular it is, and they look at graphics. Because back in the day, it was like, you know, you have to have good graphics if you want to keep up with everything. Stardew Valley doesn't need that. Like, they have, we have really awesome artwork. And we have these moments that you just, like, it was one of those things, because most of the festivals was, you have an activity that you're doing. You're collecting eggs. You're dancing with someone, unless they tell you to fuck off, like they did me. Or you're doing the thing with the fair, like the strongman competition. This was the one where it was like, hey, sit back and just watch. And, like, it was one of those ones where you just take a second, you sit back, and it's like, wow, this is actually really fucking pretty, you know?
As far as graphics are concerned, and like how beautiful they were able to stretch out these old 16-bit, frames or whatever, this game always impressed me. Always had me like, oh yeah, that looks awesome. That looks great. It's like the small little itty bitty details. When your character is surprised, they tend to throw their hands up in the air and their legs spread out.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 1-for-1 recreation of what happens in Chrono Trigger when your character is surprised or is falling off a cliff, or so, it's the same exact animation, and like the game plays like Harvest Moon from the SNES, but looks like Chrono Trigger from the SNES, and those two things combined have always made me go, I gotta play this. Like I gotta eventually touch it to see what it feels like and like how it works. The person with Concerned Ape, Mr. Ape, Mr. Concerned Ape,
Mr. Ape,
I don't know
Mr.
you that
Concerned.
well. He did a really good job of capturing an ass load of nostalgia and then being able to play with those patterns. Thank you for capturing all the nostalgia and for, like, shit, making me love a game that honestly I probably would have turned my nose up at if I'd have saw it in stores.
Right.
If I'd have just seen it on Stardew Valley or whatever.
Look at
And that's what
Well,
I
it
did.
wasn't even that. It was just like the name of Stardew Valley. Like, it doesn't sound like anything I should probably play.
every time you guys said it, I thought you were saying Stardew Valley before playing the game.
Oh, for real?
I thought it was Stardew Valley. I was like,
Stardew.
So when you looked it up to buy it, you like could not find it.
Guys, there's a Stardew Valley game. I can't find the shit you're talking about.
Before you guys, or before we did it, you guys said it was Stardew Valley, and I was like, oh, I thought it was Stardew Valley.
You finally caught on.
Yep.
So, what was some of your guys' favorite NPCs? Maybe one you hate, one you love.
Let me tell you the story about Johnny. Johnny was a simple farmer. Johnny woke up every day with his copper watering can. He'd go out, he'd water his plants. Then he would make his rounds. He'd leave the farm, he would go check your store, see what's in stock, maybe buy some more seeds. Then he would go around 12 o'clock to the bar and he'd buy a salad. Right? With me so far, he'd buy a salad. He'd buy every salad he had in stock, by the way. Then Johnny grew sunflowers. Johnny had the sunflowers with him. He'd go and he'd go see Haley, and he'd hand Haley a sunflower. She'd talk to him for a little bit, and then he'd go do his thing, and then he would go and talk to Leah, and he would give her a salad because apparently Leah likes salad. Now Johnny was a player, but then here's the thing: Johnny would collect trash every day that was left behind after somebody, not naming names, don't know who, would pick up the trash by passing by the trash cans. And he would deliver those straight to Demetrius. Like, every time he saw Demetrius, like, hey, man, what's going on? Every single day. Now, I don't know why Johnny did this. Maybe it was to get a reaction out of him. Maybe it was something or the third. I don't know. But I will tell you one thing. Demetrius doesn't like Johnny.
Sounds to me like Johnny might be a bit of a racist. He goes and finds the blonde-headed, blue and green-eyed girls and gives them all the cookies and candy he can.
The redhead and the
and
blonde.
then travels 3 miles
He
out of
would
his
go
fucking
back.
way to give the only black character in the whole game trash. Stardew Valley be better without your
And
kind.
the worst part about it was that every time he handed him trash, he would say his name wrong because he was introduced in the wrong way. Now, the person who introduced Demetrius was Liquid Gold Steve, a.k.a. Bob Ross. Now, what did you say that Demetrius's name was? Bob Ross.
Demetrius.
It's so fucked up what you actually said. No one's going to believe us unless you say it. Like, it's so fucked up what you actually said.
Like, now, Steve, please read that for the crowd.
It says Demetrius.
Okay, but read it. I know what we told you what it says, but what did you read?
Demetrius.
No, you're not getting past this, because now it's the mystery of Demetrius' real name.
Demetrius.
Here, I'll give y'all a clue. When Steve first picked up a geode in the game, he goes, I just picked up a geode.
Or Giotti.
Is that what it
It
was?
was a Giotti.
A Giotti?
A Giotti.
Liquid Gold can't read. We, for Christmas this year, we're getting him hooked on phonics.
A leapfrog. We're getting the leapfrog.
You guys go fuck yourself.
So-
What was it?
So, Steve, do yourself the favor. What did you actually call Demetrius?
This is a safe space.
No, it's not.
No one's gonna hear this, man. Nobody.
The internet's gonna
My
roast you.
favorite character was his daughter, Maru,
Mm-hmm. And who's Maru's parents?
Robin, and Demetrius.
No.
All right. Let me get. All right, my favorite people were Linus.
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 That was both of y'all for like 3 days. Linus. We just let y'all do. It was like certainly they'll correct themselves.
Linus. Maru was the girl I went after, plus Haley and Emily. I went after both sisters just to see what would happen.
Steve went to one room and then walked to the other room.
I felt a better relationship. I felt a better relationship with Haley than Emily. Emily felt like really flighty, and Haley was like there was a whole character arc to that. Maru was just the smart one. She made an actual robot, like a sentient robot. I liked Pam. Penny was nice. Elliot was my dog. Clint was my homie. I liked a lot of people in that game. There was a lot of people I really liked.
And he said all of their names right.
Not Clint. Willie. Willie was my homie.
Willie.
Him and me talked about fishing all the time.
And his old friend in the back.
I didn't like Clint. I didn't like Marnie. Harvey was a piece of shit for stealing my money every time I pass out in the street. Take my money. Here's 1,000 gold. Thank you. I wasn't even dead. Yeah, but I need to charge you 1,000 gold.
You'd be outside your house. You'd be on the doorstep. Fuck that. You'd be in your house, and Joe Jamar would be like, "Hey, we just happened to see you because we walked in your house while you were sleeping. Put you in the bed.
You shouldn't be sleeping on top of your stove like that. That's a bad idea."
I did not like the Joe Jamar manager who walked into damn Pierre's store and just stole all his customers. Fuck him. And Shane. Oh, my bad. Sebastian, too.
You don't like Bastion?
I don't know that much about him. My other playthrough, I play with, I hang out with and talk with him a little bit. He doesn't seem like he seems like a smart kid. Seems like he's just an older Maru, but he's not all fucking like techie and shit. And Demetrius's
He can't even say the right name.
Demetrius's real name is Demediatritis.
Steve called Demetrius Demediatritis for the first 2 seasons, and I had no idea who the fuck he was talking about. So y'all see this guy Demediatritis?
For a couple days there, it was Linus, Demediatritis, and Geodes.
No, I just this is before I started handing trash to Demediatritis, but I had walked up to him and handed him trash, and I was like, "Steve, you know his name's Demetrius, right?" "No, it's Demediatritis.
Demediatritis.
He don't deserve the extra syllable."
Maybe Jess and I are assholes for not saying nothing to y'all about it ahead of time, but we assumed you would hear yourself speaking.
There's a lot to the NPCs, a lot to the intertwining stories and stuff, and it's all really cool. One of my favorite aspects of the game, for sure. With just the backgrounds to them that you don't get to actually see, of course, but you learn about as you play the game. Finding out that Alex has a dead parent or parents. Finding out that what's her name, Jody. Her husband is, I guess, in the military or something like that,
Yep.
right? And so you actually don't meet him until the second year?
Mm-hmm.
First day of the second year, he meets you at the door.
Yeah, he come to your door.
Yeah,
You've been
And
talking
things
about
like that,
life.
and like getting to know him, and he's like, "Yeah, I just feel like I don't really have a very good bond with my kids, and I feel bad about that." Things like that. So it's just kind of cool how deep it gets. And I actually have a playthrough that I'm working on, where I'm trying to primarily focus on relationships with NPCs. Trying to get all the cutscenes.
Try to get all the hearts.
Yep. But as far as my favorite characters goes, I would probably have to choose Leah for sure is one of them. I like that she's creative and just, you know, she seems like a little bit of a loner, kind of. And I think you find out that her ex is a girl, I believe. No?
Okay, so I went after Leah in the game. Now the way it works is her ex is the same gender that your character is, right? So he comes to Stardew Valley because it's like she has her art show, because she, like you were saying with the storylines earlier, she talks to you about how she's an artist. She's a failing artist. She came to Stardew Valley to do that, and you could talk to her about either A, selling her work or posting it online, or B, having a art show in the middle of town. So later on, as you develop your relationship and so on and so forth, she has an art show or does the other thing. But I had her do the art show. So she's doing the whole thing. She's walking around the 5 pieces of art. She dragged out to the middle of the town center. And she's like, this is this, right? Whatever. It's like my feelings. And then like it was the last one. It was like, and this is how I feel about your character, right? Like my representation. And everyone's clapping and all that. She talks to you. And then the camera hands up to Pierre's store, like behind it. And her ex is sitting there, like watching from far away, right? So if you go and do it, it's weird. You have to be in any season but winter. You go out to the fields next to her house, and she's either painting or whatever, and you talk to her and you help her get like an apple down or whatever the fuck. Her ex like comes up and it's like, "Yo, you fucking with my girl, all this shit." And the game gives you an option to either punch him or let Leah handle whatever. Let her handle it, right? So if you punch him, she's like, "Man, that was kind of violent, all this shit," and then she gives you a kiss. Or you let her handle it, and she punches him, or her, whoever it is, and then she gives you a kiss. So it's one of those things that like everything you do in this game matters.
Yeah.
To a point.
I didn't know that. That's pretty cool too, though. And pertaining to that as well, I like how, in certain scenarios they give you an option of how you're going to respond, and sometimes there's a pretty asshole-ish option.
Yeah.
And you can be like the town asshole.
Yeah. Well, what was it? What the hell was it? There was one with like Haley, where she first, because Haley, if you go after her, she ignores you almost immediately, right? Like she'll talk to you if you hand her something she likes, but if you like try to just go up and talk to her as soon as you go to town, it literally says Haley is ignoring you, right? And once you get like 2 hearts with her, it goes, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And it's like, "Oh, I think this. Oh, I think this." And it like lets you know what the effect's going to be. And the third option is, "I watch you sleep at night." And it's like negative everything. And apparently, if you choose that option, you will never be able to get anywhere with her at all. She will remember that forever.
That's fair.
That is like, it'd be 10 years down the road and be like, "I'm sorry, here's a coconut." And it's like, "Bitch, do you still stand outside my window and watch me sleep?"
Nah, man, it was just that one time.
It was just that one time.
So I like how she said, "You're the town asshole." Matthew just said, "I'm the town creep."
I'm the town. Yeah, no, seriously. It was like, because like I'm sitting there like, well, what should I say? And it's like, well, not that.
All right, favorite people or hated people?
Definitely Leah is for sure one of them. I like that she's creative and she likes wine. She kind of makes me think of me.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like Pam. In my first playthrough, the 6-year one that I told y'all about, I got to full hearts with Pam, and they get you to a point in the game where you can give her a house, so she's not living in her camper anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that. So I like Pam.
Were you going to give her Steve's old house, the one that you sold to Robin for some money? Steve was gone a day. He went on vacation.
Oh, I thought you left.
They get rid of the camper and they build her a house right there.
Yeah, I'm being a jackass. That shit was so funny. Because that was a group conversation we had. It's like, so Steve's not coming back, right? Leaving.
Other favorite characters. Gus. I like Gus.
Marion.
The saloon.
The bartender.
Yeah, the bartender.
Bartender.
That's right.
Um,
Yeah, I bought salads from him every day.
I'm trying to think of one that I don't like, but I don't know.
Abigail. No, I like Abigail. She eats rocks.
Like strongly disliked or anybody?
I mean, I don't really care for the kids, Vincent and what's her name? Jasmine.
Jazz and Vince.
Yeah, I mean,
They got on my nerves once I got a phone because I was the only one on the farm
They
with
do
a
the
phone,
prank
and
calls.
they would like I'd be right before bed, and like it's like almost 2 a.m. because you won't pass out till 2 a.m. It'd be like 1:50, and I'm heading to bed, and ring, and I'm just like, well, if I don't answer it, I'm not gonna know what it is, and it's like Vincent. It's like, is your fridge walking down the street? Bye.
It's a good crank call.
And I would fall asleep with the phone in my hand, and JoJo Mart would be like, dumbass, you shouldn't have answered the phone. Thanks for the 50 gold.
probably Shane. I don't really like Shane, to be honest with you. I do have a playthrough where I am actually trying to
Help him out?
develop relationship with him. I'm gonna try to court him at some point.
Who
But-
did you court in this place? Did you court anybody, or was you?
No, I actually didn't.
You was focused on.
I didn't focus
mayonnaise
on
machines.
relationship at all, really.
What were they called?
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah.
I'm not shitting you. It was
they were the
like,
mayonnaise.
I was making mayonnaise and cheese.
The mayonnaise machine.
that shit was funny when you finally. Oh, good, I got the mayonnaise machine. And Kadawfi's like, shit, guys, it's all over. We're not gonna catch her on money.
And we
Ever.
didn't. We did
No,
not.
Ever.
fuck no.
She's still sitting at 400 million. Fucking, for me personally, my favorite NPC is most likely Willie. I love Willie. Willie's awesome, especially when you find out what's in the back room. But when it comes down time to like my favorite relationship, I've had relationships with 3 of the girls in the game. It was Penny was my first one. I tried Maru, but she always kind of bores me. Penny's really sweet and caring, and I did a lot of stuff for Penny around Stardew Valley when I played. Like I put like where she goes and reads at by the graveyard. I put her a teddy bear there. So when she sits down, she's laying up against the teddy. I do little whack shit for Penny because I like Penny. She's so sweet. But
Yeah, she's a teacher.
but as I played through this playthrough, I wanted to try out Abigail with that purple hair and to see what was up with her. And she's like top dog, like best girl all day and tomorrow. She plays the video games. She does creepy shit. She likes pumpkins. She'll eat rocks on your ass.
She will eat rocks. I
And
wasn't joking.
and then she's down as fuck to be an adventurer down in the mines, and you have to essentially teach her how to be an adventurer down. Like she goes and gets herself a sword and a shield, and she's like, "I'm gonna go be badass." And she runs down there and gets the shit scared out of her. And so you go down there with her and like kind of show her the ropes. And I think that makes Abigail real cool. Like you just never really know what goofy shit she's about to do. Like as many different stupid things as you can see Abigail doing throughout Stardew Valley, nobody else seems to have that many different stupid. Like again, playing the flute in the rain, or just being in a random spot somewhere, or hanging out over there near the wizard's house for some reason. Hint. Hint. 2 characters got purple hair.
Pierre might want to go get one of those 23 andmes.
Just maybe.
Who is Pierre's wife?
Caroline, with her fine ass.
Oh yeah.
Look at her. The wives in this game are fine as shit. Like I like all the wives. I'm mad you can't get Caroline or Jody
Or Robin.
or
mine,
Rob though.
Mine was going to be a question. What was yours just?
Oh,
Go
mine was
ahead.
going to be towards that right there. I was going to say that some characters in this game you can't have like intimate relationships with. Some characters you purely are friends. Kadawfi found that out personally. Kadawfi, why is Jody your favorite character to go after?
Jody fine. Jody's a great looking character. Her name Jody. You know, like when you got a Jody in the neighborhood, he the one fucking your old lady or fucking your man, depending
That
on
was
what's
the
going on.
That was the funniest to hear. That there was a Jody.
Jody, but like, yeah, Jody's married to Kent, and
Kent overseas.
I had one playthrough where I did everything in my power to get Jody's hearts maxed out. I even got to the point where I could get like a little ring and like make her my girlfriend or whatever. And when I went to give her the thing, she was like, "Oh hell no, I'll see you later." And Jody, she wasn't my friend no more.
Like all your hearts
No,
went
the
away.
heart stayed.
The bouquet.
But like when you go to talk to her, she'd be like, "What do you want?"
Oh.
Yeah, every time. What do you want? And I was like, "Damn, I fucked up." And then like a couple of days later, Kent showed up at my door. "Hey, my wife's been telling me a lot about you. She says you're a good guy." Uh-huh.
I am.
Uh-huh. Yep. Uh-huh.
No, I think it's.
I was about to steal your bitch.
I think it's cool.
Try.
I think it's cool the way that you get into relationships, because you have to be up to, I think it's 8 hearts before you can give them. Because Pierre will like, the game doesn't tell you everything, but there are certain mechanics where it's like you just happen to hit 8 hearts with somebody. Hey, Pierre just started selling bouquets to give to people. You know, the bouquet is how you get a girlfriend or a boyfriend, whatever, in that and on the relationship scale. But I found out something funny. It's not like super funny, but I think it's fucked up and funny. It's like, so say you get together with Leah, right? And you decide that you don't want that relationship anymore. Like you're trying to marry someone else, right? And you just happen to have another girlfriend, and you're just like, well, I can't marry this person I'm trying to without breaking up with the other one. To break up with somebody, you have to buy a bouquet. You have to build a furnace, put it in the furnace with a piece of coal and burn it, and then give someone a torched bouquet. That's how you break up with somebody.
That's interesting.
That is fucking hilarious.
Hey, bro.
Like,
we was good.
instead of the developer just being like, let me just give them an option, because I can see it on a technical standpoint as maybe they talk to him and accidentally hit that option, like I can understand that, but like the thought of like your character just walking up and just be like, hey, I've got something for you. Like you can hand this person a fucking dead fish, you can hand them trash, and they'll still be okay. But then it's like, I got these burnt flowers for you. Well, what do you mean?
You know what this means.
You know what this means. There's another one.
You had a question a minute ago?
So I'm going to rewind on you guys a little bit. Towards the beginning of this episode, Crush, you asked me a question, wanted to know what kind of things do I like about Stardew Valley. And I mentioned that it makes me think of Minecraft and The Sims 4. We talked a little bit about comparisons to Minecraft. I wanted to bring up some stuff about The Sims because it does make me think of The Sims in a few different ways. One being cast, create a sim.
Yeah. Create a person.
When you first go into Stardew Valley, you start a new save file, you create a character. You don't quite have all the same options, of course. There's way more to it in The Sims, obviously, but it just makes me think of it. And of course, the family aspect of it, where you can you can date someone and get married and have a kid. Cooking, fishing, you can do those things in The Sims. There's a character, there's an NPC in Stardew Valley that makes me think of a townie in The Sims. The character in Stardew Valley is Sam, and he reminds me of the townie in The Sims 4 named Johnny Zest.
Oh, Zesty Johnny. I know what you mean.
They look very similar.
Yeah, Johnny Test, Johnny Zest.
We'll put up a picture of those too.
Oh my god.
And I hope you guys will agree with me that they look
fuck
very
that. I'm looking
similar.
at it right now. Right? No, fuck that. Sam.
And Johnny Zest.
Let's look up Johnny Zest.
Okay, there's Sam. All right. Now, Johnny Zest. Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh my god.
That's half the reason why I kept calling him Johnny Test.
No. I mean, no.
Yeah.
No.
So in several ways, Stardew Valley makes me think of The Sims 4. Also, this leads to my question for you guys. You guys have all asked questions, and one that I had was in regards to the character creation. When you guys made your characters, or when you make characters in general in Stardew Valley, maybe not necessarily for this playthrough, did you have anyone in particular in mind? For example, I'll go first. When we did this playthrough together, I built my character with Bulma in mind. I did the blue hair, and I put her in I think I put her in a white t-shirt because Bulma wears the white coat.
Yep.
So that's kind of who I was thinking of.
Nowadays, Bulma does that. Oh, hey, wait. Quick thing. Bulma before Trunks. Best Bulma. Like before, or what's the one? I think it's before she leaves for Namek, where she's got the blowout. Best Bulma.
No. Curly hair Bulma.
Oh, after Trunks? You mean Mom Bulma?
No.
Afro Bulma.
Afro Bulma with the dress? It's like, I get it, Vegeta. I understand.
There's some moments of Bulma where I stopped playing with action figures when I was a kid. Fuck these things. Anyway.
Creating somebody. Well, everyone's talked about it, how I made Bob Ross, and I unintentionally made Bob Ross, but I was looking at it, I was like, damn, I made Bob Ross.
Steve made Bob Ross by accident, and then we pointed it out to him, because, like, he was oblivious to it until, like, it was like, Steve, so you, like, fucking made Bob Ross? It's not fucking, okay, maybe it might be Bob Ross.
But when I create a character, there's different skin colors. I'm only going to make mine, like, not just, there's a darker skin color. No, there's, like, blue, purple, pink. Like, you can make it like an alien, which I think you made one, Kadawfi, right?
You made a zombie.
You made a green alien. And I was...
He was kind of based off of... I gotta say this out loud. You weren't supposed to ask a question like this. He was based off of Kif from Futurama.
Oh my god.
I see it now. That's great.
And the lead singer of My Chemical Romance.
Wow.
Yep. That was a deep dive into stupidity on my end.
Are we going to put up comparisons for all the characters on the screen? I hope so.
We'll see what we got.
I make happy little accidents.
Hey, Crush is just going through it's all walking around town.
My feelings. The Black Parade.
No,
Steve and I picked the same t-shirt.
possibly.
We know we did. Bob Ross had the same t-shirt as...
They only give, with the shirts, they give you a lot more, and it's like 98, but like pants, they give you 4. It's
Yeah.
like shorts, a skirt, a long
jeans,
skirt, and jeans. That's it. That's all you get. But me and Kadawfi will pick the same damn shirt. We'll pick the exact same damn shirt. Like, oh, motherfucker, you want to match me?
I was just trying to look like a
regular person?
I was trying to look like an emo kid.
Character creation.
I felt like Johnny, MattMatt's character was the emo kid.
No, he's the kid who thought he was cool. Like, what's the character in Rick and Morty? Chet, the cool kid that they brought on the adventure with him. They were trying to impress him, and like he didn't change his pants. He was like Chud pants or some shit.
I don't remember.
Must be one of the new seasons. I don't know.
It's like the newest season, I think.
Yeah.
The kid didn't change his pants, and he thought he was the coolest shit ever. And he went to school the next day, pretending to be cool, and they was like, aren't those the same pants you had on yesterday? Chud pants doesn't change his pants.
No, my character was supposed to be Johnny Silverhand. I put a black tank top on him and gave him red leather pants.
Who's Johnny Silverhand?
He's from Cyberpunk.
Ah.
He's a terrorist.
Domestic terrorist.
He is a Night City legend that you would know. Adam Smasher. Yeah, he killed his ass.
Well, Adam Smasher kills everybody.
Adam, not. Spoilers. Smasher had no chance getting beat. But anyway.
Yes, it's Jess. Do you have a question?
I don't have a question. There's just something I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about. There's a lot to Stardew Valley. Way more than I've even discovered so far. And there's StardewValley.net has like anything and everything Stardew Valley. That's where Concerned Ape, one place Concerned Ape posts updates about what he's got going on for Stardew Valley and other projects. There's an update coming to Stardew Valley. It doesn't have a date set yet, but we're gonna get like all kinds of extra stuff on it.
New people?
There's gonna be new people. The NPCs are gonna have winter clothes, so when it's cold out, they won't wear the same outfit.
This changed.
There's gonna be new crops,
New crops, probably new stones. You're gonna have. They're gonna expand your experience bars, so you shouldn't be stuck at level 10 anymore. You should be able to go further, maybe just 15 maybe. You know. There'll be new people. I think it's supposed to be like a new location as well.
Yeah, they said 100 plus new lines of dialogue. There's a lot. There's going to be a lot to it. There's currently no release date for the update, and
2024.
There's so much. There's so much to the game already without the update. I like to sometimes deep dive through the Stardew Valley wiki, which is also on StardewValley.net. So when you get to Ginger Island and you go through the volcanoes, once you get to the top of the volcano, you reach, I forget what they call it, but it's an enchantment table. You can bring your tools and weapons and enchant them with this, that, and the other.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it ended there. So, like, I thought that was as good as it gets. Like, you get the best sword you can find and go enchant it, and that's it. And I thought I had the best sword that was available, and I enchanted it, and that was... So, there's something called an infinity blade.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, how do you make it? There's something called a galaxy soul. I said, well, I don't have that either. How do you find that? Radioactive ore. I didn't know there was radioactive ore in the game. You can
The soul
go to the
Galaxy.
go to the QI room on Ginger Island, and I don't know if it's all the time or every so often he has a quest where available that you can select where he asks you to go through the mines while they're in danger mode or something like that. They're considered dangerous, right? And it's at this time that the monsters that spawn in there are particularly stronger. But also at that time, you have a chance of finding radioactive ore. And then you, of course, smelt it into radioactive bars, and then you can turn those in to, you trade the radioactive bars to a merchant on Ginger Island that will give you in return galaxy souls that you use to make the infinity blades.
Well, we're gonna have to play some more Stardew Valley to get over to Ginger Island.
We got a lot of work to do. We got our work cut out for us.
Hey man, if our fisherman ever returns to our playthrough,
Hey, maybe we can even post some of that gameplay. You know?
yeah, I mean, I ain't scared of.
Yeah, it'd be fun. It'd be fun. So I did do one thing. I was trying to I wanted to bring something to the table for this episode, and unfortunately didn't hear back. I sent Mr. Concerned Ape an email.
Mr. Ape?
Mr. Ape himself?
Yes.
Awesome.
I emailed him some interview style questions. I didn't hear back, but I did send the email like Wednesday, so today's Sunday. I'm if and when he does respond, we could do a quick update about that.
You could put us
I
in
would
the
I would
game.
love to quote the questions and answers, but I'm a huge fan of his work. Stardew Valley is one of my all-time favorite games, and he's working on another game right now called Haunted Chocolatier. I don't know if you guys heard of that at all.
Haunted Chocolatier.
He's working on the Haunted Chocolatier,
What?
and it is going to be very similar to Stardew Valley. Basically, it's you're gonna have a chocolate factory that you can befriend ghosts to help you run and operate the factory. But there's a lot more to it than just that, of course.
Willy Wonka's Haunted House Chocolate Factory.
Willy Wonka's Haunted Factory.
What is
Yeah,
this?
you wanna put
This
some more
looks
words in there?
awesome.
Yeah,
Willy
yeah.
Wonka's Dog's Nightmares
I've-
Haunted Factory of your chicken bones.
I've heard.
The mediatritis. The mediatritis.
Oh, that'd be funny as shit. We need to try this.
Sorry, Jess.
I've heard there's going to be combat throughout the map, like outside of mines.
Oh,
That like there will be
shit.
monsters spawned throughout the map that you can fight like anywhere.
It's supposed to be a little bit more in-depth combat as well, not just the swipe of the sword or the hammer. It's supposed to be a little bit more in-depth.
So it's not a farming simulator kind of thing. It's more
It's a
a
chocolate
combat.
simulator.
This is more of a combat.
It's a
oriented.
different kind of adventure with a little bit more of the the little things that we're missing out of Stardew Valley. Like I enjoyed the amount of combat we got in Stardew Valley, but I mean it could have been a little more. Like getting over to Ginger Island is real fun when you spiking dinosaurs and shit, but like there could still be a little bit more, and I think that's what Chocolatier is trying to
Well, I think
produce.
while the combat's fun, I think that's what they were going for with it's kind of cool to me, like I was saying earlier, with like you could choose what you want to be, right? You don't have to go fight things. Like you fight things out in the mind, right? And I think it's like it kind of gives you that choice of whether I want to go out. Maybe I want to go out and I want to go mine, but I'm going to have that danger of having to fight, or maybe I just avoid the mines all together, and I just make my way through whatever I have to do with what I have. Mind you, it probably means that eventually you're going to have to go to the mines to get certain things, like what is it, iridium ore? Like you have to have iridium ore to get married.
Well, as a fisherman,
As
You
a
can-
connoisseur,
you can get most of everything in Stardew Valley from fishing. Now the shit takes time and will get in the way, because when you collect those treasure boxes while you're fishing, you'll get seeds, you'll get stones, you'll get geodes, you'll get gemstones. I think in my first playthrough, I actually got a prismatic shard from fishing. That's how we got our first one, I think. My first one.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
So like you can get a lot of. You don't necessarily have to. If you want to be a punk ass and stay out the mines, you can do that. There's ways around it. It's just that it may take you longer to accomplish the goals that.
Yeah, I believe Haunted Chocolatier takes all the best parts of Stardew Valley and expands on them, and I'm very excited for it. It also has no release date currently, and as far as I'm aware, the last I heard was that Concerned Ape is taking a break from developing Haunted Chocolatier to focus on this big update that he's got coming for Stardew Valley.
Mhm.
I'm equally excited about that, and I can't wait to play this game some more with you guys.
yeah, it'll be fun.
Season 2 of Stardew Valley will take place on season 3 of the Fighting Couch Potatoes. I guarantee it.
I mean, you'll be able to see gameplay throughout the holidays, so that's gonna be fun. At least I hope.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so too. You're talking outside of your neck.
I'm not talking outside of my neck.
It can't fucking produce it.
Listen,
It's like
listen,
I'm not
I-
going to be producing it.
I play video games a lot. So I am totally down all the time to play any game. Like, whether that be Dark Souls, Stardew Valley, not Minecraft, anything else but Minecraft. We need an episode of Minecraft. That'd be fun.
Was there anything disappointing in this playthrough or the game itself?
Yes. Yes, I have a bone to pick. While I like it so much that there is a timing system, you do certain things on certain dates, the ice cream shop pissed me off so bad because Haley likes sweet treats, and I kept trying to go to the ice cream parlor to buy everything they had, but every time I went up there, they were either gone or just leaving. And it wasn't that, like, I would go there and they would be, walking away. It'd be like, I'd go there, they're gone. I'd go there early, they don't show up. But then I leave and come back and they're walking away. Every time. And I mean every fucking time. Because, like, I kept asking y'all. I was like, hey, what's up with the ice cream parlor? Oh, it's raining today. Cool. Next day's sunny. Oh, but they don't open Thursdays. Okay, I'll go Friday. And I go Friday and she's walking away.
Not enough clientele.
Well,
I'm trying to buy something.
It's Alex that runs the shop.
Alex
right?
runs it. Alex is getting trashed for their birthday.
I think that's where you were fucking up at. You'd get there and you'd see Haley walking off because Haley'd be like, all right, Alex, I like you a lot. I like you, Alex. Let me get in your face, Alex. I was like, bitch, go on somewhere. I'm working. Goddamn.
Like,
that might have been what you saw every time.
I'd go up and there would be no one at the stall.
I never had a problem getting ice cream when I wanted ice cream. Now, I did always have problems with motherfucking Clint. Clint liked to close up at 4:30, which is an unreasonable fucking time to be closing the goddamn store up. Especially when I've been mining all day and I get to your door at 4:30 and you locked it.
Yep. Yeah, he's like, now I'm going home.
Bitch, you didn't lock that damn door. Open that fucking door, Clint.
Nah, no, even fucking better. I see yours and I raise you one. So our farm had a pet named Cheese. Now, Cheese was an orange cat that would sleep in random people's houses throughout the farm. Whether it be on the bed or on the floor. But when Cheese would choose my house, there was a coin flip whether he'd be on the bed or in my way to lay in my fucking bed to go to sleep. Like, there were so many times where Jojo Mart would come in my shit because the cat was in the fucking way and I couldn't go to bed. Like, dead serious, that shit pissed me off so bad. So, like, super bad.
Here's one of those things that because you're a newer gamer versus an older gamer that you don't know, you can literally just push past. You just hold forward or whatever direction you're going, and you will push past anyone who is in your way in that game. So anytime that the Jojo Mart did you dirty, that was your own damn fault.
Hey, I see that you passed out on your bedpost, but you're not underneath the blanket. So we're going to charge you for that.
It was either Jojo Mart or Linus coming to get you.
Well, see, Linus is a homie. Linus would come in there and be like, man, I saw you without your blanket, so I just tossed it on you. Be all right. Jojo Mart's like, hey, I see that you didn't put your pillow underneath your blanket. We're going to charge you 50 gold for that.
Oh, so you're one of the ones like to have your foot hanging out the blanket, huh?
I didn't pass out like that. I've always gotten into bed, but I wonder if that's the thing. Like, because you have to physically go underneath your covers to go to bed. I wonder if, like, at 2 o'clock, if you're laying in your bed, but you're halfway out of it. Jojo Mart's like,
gotcha, bitch.
Yeah.
That whole going to sleep thing definitely caught me by surprise for sure. The first time I ever played Stardew Valley, because I was very used to The Sims 4. You know, you lose energy in The Sims. Your sim will get tired, but you don't have to go to bed to like save the game or anything like that. Like when you're done, you just click save and close out.
And then they're just exhausted.
But you can have your sim stay up all night and they'll just be tired. I mean, eventually they'll pass out, but they just like faint on the floor for a minute and then get back up. It's nothing crazy. And so like I didn't know that. Like I saw the energy bar, of course, and I'm watching the time and I'm like, okay, well, it's getting dark, you know, but I can still do stuff, you know. So I'm just minding my business, and then my character passes out, and yeah, so that was surprising. I didn't know I couldn't stay up all night.
You had to find out the hard way.
Remember, you told me you couldn't stay up all night, and I was like, well, it's only 2 o'clock. I'll get home at oh, shit. Oh, shit.
They took the bully approach.
Yeah, they
Lock
did.
you up.
Get your ass in
Yeah,
bed,
it's
boy.
like 9 or 10.
I would say, in regards to your question, Liquid Gold, there's nothing really about the game itself that disappoints me, to be honest with you. But as far as like our playthrough, the only thing that kind of disappointed me a little bit was, and it's nobody's fault, so it's not a big deal. But you guys, like the way y'all play video games, it's just different. And that's okay.
What do
There's
you mean
nothing
it's
wrong with
different?
that.
No.
But,
She
like,
being nice.
the way you guys explore a new video game, like
No.
Crush and I have talked about this extensively off air.
Y'all two, there are multiple times where I caught Matthew just standing. Like, I'd go do my shit for the day and come back, and Matthew's character is still just standing in the same spot. Like, all right, boy, I guess whatever you had planned today done. And the idea that you two don't look at your menus and like click buttons and see what buttons do. You just, well, how do I do this? How do I swing? How do I do this? How do I trade? How do I press a fucking button? Press a fucking button once in a while. You guys might figure some shit out. That infected y'all in Dark Souls too, which is one of the things that me and Jess laughed about a lot. It was like, this is what I was yelling about in Dark Souls, except in Stardew Valley, it didn't affect me because we all had separate money. Like, if you died, I didn't have to go back and go summon one of you motherfuckers. It's just some shit I could laugh about. Just be like, hey man, I'd even give y'all little itty bits of advice. Like when you were messing with Maru, and you were like, well, I gave her chicken and she didn't like it. And it's like, yeah, give the girl who likes rocks chicken. And you be like, oh, well, I guess I'll give her a piece of trash and I'll give her a bass. Maybe she'll like a bass.
Yeah, that shit was
like,
so funny.
I would give y'all just the little bit of the fucking advice, and y'all would just be like, maybe a banana. We'll try that.
Oh shit, it was me. It was, so Haley pissed me off real bad one time because I was like, oh, she likes sweet treats. So I found strawberries at a festival. I couldn't find them from here, so I grew them super early before I could get them. And like, it took me 12 days to finally get them. I finally pick them, and I go to her house to give them to them. And she goes, ew, this is gross. And like, I am usually a calm and reasonable person. I try to be nice. I try to be grateful, humble. But like, I gave her the strawberries and then read the fucking speech saying, ew, gross. And I just come out and called her an ungrateful bitch. Like, I had to walk away because I was so mad. Because I'm like, I worked so fucking hard on these fucking you ungrateful bitch. You do not see. And it's like, oh, but you give her a sunflower and she's cool.
She never asked you for strawberries.
Oh, I didn't ask her. I just made them.
Hey, could you imagine somebody being allergic to peanut butter and you go grow the peanuts and then mash these motherfuckers up and then milk the cow to get the butter out the shit and then make your own peanut butter like as creamy and as crunchy as it could possibly be and then go hand it to somebody and they go, well, I'm allergic to peanut butter. Well, fuck you then, pal!
That's how I felt!
Fuck you!
Fuck them! Fuck that bitch!
It's like, what? I didn't ask you for no fucking peanut butter.
No, it's funny with, like, besides the point with Haley, like we were talking about earlier, like what made us decide to do certain things. The thing that just made me decide that I was going to go after Haley was two things. One, when she ignored me when I tried to talk to her because I handed her trash by accident because I did. And then two, because I did. And then two was the flower dance because I was on good terms with Leah and she was like, no, right? And then Haley just ignored me and I'm like, I choose you. I'm going to make you some strawberries, dumbass.
What you get?
I was so pissed off because I'm sitting there like, but you like sweet things.
Well, see, you gotta realize that Haley is a plastic, like from Mean Girls, right? Haley doesn't like real things; she likes fake things.
She likes seashells.
So, like ice cream is. She doesn't like the things that come from seashells.
She likes the seeds.
She's like right. So like she likes ice cream, but she doesn't like strawberries. You gonna give her vanilla bean and go, here you go. I thought you liked vanilla. What the fuck I'm supposed to do with this? Like, put it, like, make me a fucking cappuccino or get the fuck away from me with this shit.
I give her a fish. Like this is what you were talking about, like with Steve with Mario. It was me with Haley, and I handed her a fish. This is before the strawberry incident, and I do mean incident. And I was like, because I handed random people fish, and some people like at that point, everyone would respond like nice, right? And I heard Haley like stuff from the sea, so I went and fished and come back and handed her a fish. She goes, "Ooh, gross!" And I'm like, "But why not? Like, why don't you like the fish, the uncooked fish that's still flopping around in my hands?"
Yeah, what's she gonna do?
Like, what the fuck? I fished this out the river for you.
It's like, I didn't ask for that. Like, you better off getting her seaweed. Like,
I thought about it. I hit her some coral. She liked that.
y'all were giving off some of the dumbest damn gifts that like I had ever thought. Like, here, Robin, here's some coal.
Robin, don't eat.
What Robin gonna do with coal?
I gave her wood one time, and she's like neutral about it.
She's like, well,
Thanks. I do this for a living.
Yeah. I gave her some extra work.
I gave her some extra work.
that's like your mom, like Mother's Day coming up, and you giving her a vacuum cleaner.
Give her
Like,
some
bro,
possum
no,
cans.
you didn't.
That's fucked up. That's funny. That's fun. Yeah, it's a pretty good game. Anyway.
I love Stardew Valley. It's super fun. I recommend anybody play it. My brother Jay was talking shit to me about playing it because all he saw was like a screenshot. And I said, all right, play the first 7 days of Stardew Valley and you tell me why I'm playing that game right now. That's how I feel. Like, if anybody asks you about why you playing that, don't defend yourself. Make them defend their own selves. Here, bro, play the first 7 days. Tell me what you think.
He's going to call into the show like, I started fishing and that's all I've done so far.
I'm stuck fishing.
I'm stuck fishing. I'm not playing Warframe no more. I'm playing fishing.
Go fishing. But anyway, I love Stardew Valley. I hope you guys love Stardew Valley. I hope those of you listening that have never seen Stardew Valley, I hope you hear us and go, damn, that sounds kind of fun. And give it a shot. Like I said, give it that first 7 days. And if you don't like it, tell me to fuck off, personally. Kadawfi Crush at KadawfiCrush.com. Tell me to fuck off. Now, anybody have anything else to shut it down with?
I do not. I got my 2 cents out. Bitch. That fucking bitch.
Great game. Ready for year 2?
It is a great game, and I do I appreciate you guys, Matt and Steve, playing it for the first time with us, and I hope y'all liked it. I'm glad to know that y'all liked it, and it's a pretty fun game. I hope to hear back from Concerned Ape. Hopefully we'll have an update for you guys.
This has been the Fighting Couch Potatoes. Check us out on Spotify, Apple. It's not iTunes anymore. Apple's podcasts, anywhere that you can access the internet, we are there. Promise you, just put us in Google, we'll be there. Follow, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Apparently, every good YouTuber asks for that, so we're going to ask for that. And show a friend. You know, the best way to spread a podcast is by word of mouth. Maybe you have a friend who likes anime, games, movies. We've got it all. We're just a slice of life podcast in the middle of the sea of anime.
And thank you, Jesse, for actually stepping down from behind the
Huge screen.
old computer screen and coming down here and talking to us about Stardew Valley. It's been a pleasure having you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
We'll do another episode sometime.
You stay classy. And thanks for stopping by.
Was that bad?